Hey guys, it's Dr. Chris at Chiropractic. We're back with another Fitness Friday. Can you do this challenge? Today we're talking about the core, okay? Keeping with our 12 Days of Christmas, day number 9 theme, we're going with 9 better ways to work your core. We're gonna talk about all 3 major planes of movement that you can use your core in. We're gonna talk about the sagittal plane, that's moving forward and backwards, or flexion extension. We're gonna talk about the coronal plane, that's moving side to side. And we're gonna talk about the transverse plane, twisting. If we've got a history of back pain, and the patients that I work with usually do, we're gonna work on doing safe versions of all these ab exercises first. So we're gonna do anti-movement exercises before we progress to movement exercises, okay? That's gonna keep our back and body safe so we can work our core instead of hurting our back. We're gonna get down to the floor first and start our first series in the transverse plane. All right guys, we're down on the floor because we're gonna work the first of our movements today, the transverse plane. We're gonna do anti-twisting movements first. So we're laying our back on the floor. So we've got a nice jig here telling us whether we're in a good neutral core position or not. First thing we're gonna do is put a hand towel underneath the small of our back, not under our tailbone, but right underneath that little arch in our lower back. And we're gonna press our core and our spine down to the floor, okay? We're not lifting our tailbone up, we're pressing down to the floor, so we can get in that neutral position. You can test if you're in this position correctly by having somebody tug on a towel, family member or workout buddy. And if they can take the towel away, you're not in a neutral position. We're gonna press that down so they can't take the towel. Then we're gonna start our first exercise called a dead bug heel slide. We're gonna just slide one foot out while maintaining that core pressure the whole time. We should have a good firm core here with our low back pressing to the floor all the way through a full range of motion. We're gonna work our way up to a set of 10. 10 reps would be 1 on this leg, 1 on this leg. That's 1 rep. Work your way up doing 10 each leg. If that's too easy, we're gonna work our way up to a full dead bug. That's where we incorporate the arms. We're gonna put our hands toward the ceiling. We're gonna lift our legs up to 90 degrees. Again, have a family member or workout buddy test to see if they can take your towel away. If they can't, we're going to extend the opposite arm and opposite leg away from above the body, overhead and down below. We're reaching toward the walls above and below us, working our way up to 10 reps. If that's still too easy, no buckling or anything like that, then we're gonna flip this upside down. Now we have to keep our body from moving in space. We're gonna get into a hands and knee position for a bird dog, but we're gonna get our knees up off the floor into an elevated bird dog. We want to brace our core, keep our low back nice and neutral. We're going to reach one arm and one leg, the opposites, out away from us. We're not worried about how high we can get to the ceiling. We're worried about how far we can reach toward the walls on either side of us without our lower back or core twisting or losing position. We're trying to hold as steady as we possibly can as we work our way up. We're shooting for sets of 10 reps. That would be 10 on each side. All right guys, we're back on our feet. We're gonna talk about the coronal plane now. That's your side to side movement or your lateral flexion. So again, we're gonna start with anti-movement exercises first to keep our back safe. We're gonna start with a fairly easy variety. We're gonna go with a bench side plank. The higher your bench is, the easier it'll be. The lower the bench is, the harder it'll be. So we're gonna start out at about this level. We're gonna first safely get our feet out to the side. We're gonna draw our abs in, we're gonna squeeze our glutes forward, and we're gonna make sure that our head's nice and high in that straight line with our feet. We're gonna hold this for a full minute if we can. We wanna feel that oblique working very hard on the bottom side, but we also wanna feel the rest of our core working too. If that's too easy, we're gonna go ahead and take it all the way down to the floor. Do our medium or level 2 exercise. We're gonna get our shoulder squared up underneath us. We're gonna set up into our position, squeeze our core in, bear down, squeeze our glutes forward, drive those hips. Make sure that bottom oblique is firing hard. We're gonna make sure that we're in a nice straight neutral position with our head. And if that's still too easy, the harder level we can go up to is leg movement. We can either go for 10 reps of leg raises, or we could just hold that leg up. Try not to let any movement happen here. Hold for up to 60 seconds. All right guys, we're back here on the floor. We're gonna talk about our sagittal plane now. That's flexion extension. Most people just get this wrong, put a lot more twist or crunching into their spine when they're doing sit-ups and other ab work. We're gonna avoid that. The way we're gonna get these corrected is we're We'll work on just finding our neutral core position. When we lay down on the floor, if we have this arch underneath our back, we're gonna work on just our pelvic tilt, driving that down flat to the floor, okay? We should have no space whatsoever when we're using our core and bracing it to get down into the floor. So we're gonna just find that neutral core position. We're gonna squeeze our abs in, bear down with our diaphragm, and make sure that that's good and firm in that bottom position. We're gonna hold those each for at least a full deep breath out. We don't wanna be holding our breath. We're gonna work our way up to 10 reps of pelvic tilts. If that's too easy, we're gonna work our way into our second exercise called the McGill curl up. For this one, we're gonna put our hands, fingertips together like this underneath the very small of your back, above your tailbone. We're gonna put one leg straight down like this. We're gonna look toward the ceiling, pick a point just above our knees, and we're gonna bring our sternum and nose right up to that point without raising the straight leg off the floor at all. We're gonna go up and down, repeating this exercise, working up to 10 reps as best we can. That was the first part of 3, but we always have to even it out, straightening the opposite leg to balance out our sets. We wanna make sure that we're not sticking our head out like a turtle, none of that. We're gonna go ahead and keep these a little bit of thoracic curve, not much else. If that's still too easy, we're gonna go to our hardest level exercise called boat to canoe. We're gonna get into a hollow core position, pointing our legs up, upper back's off the floor. Again, head stays back, no turtle position. Stay right here. Just our lower back is touching the floor. We're gonna hold that bar up in the air. We can use a broomstick, we can use a PVC pipe, and we're gonna work on bringing ourselves up into the air, setting it back down, never letting the feet or the upper back touch the floor again. We're gonna work up into that position, working your way into 10 reps. We should be getting a lot of ab activation on that one and improving our ability to move with a neutral spine position in flexion and extension. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. Hope you got a lot of great information about all the different core exercises that we went through. Remember to improve your way through each of the easiest movement patterns in sagittal, coronal, and transverse plane movements before moving on to the medium and then up to the harder exercises. That way you can keep a nice, safe, and healthy core as you advance forward through them. Make sure you comment below. Let us know what you could do, what level you could get to on the exercises, and more importantly, let us know if there's any other topics you'd like us to cover on our channel here. Remember to hit the subscribe and bell button below so you get notifications every Fitness Friday when we drop a new Can You Do This challenge. And as always, we're here to help you at Adventure Chiropractic to move better, feel better, be a better you.
Everybody's moving, everybody's moving, everybody's moving, 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 moving. Everybody's moving, everybody's moving, everybody's moving, 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 and stop.